Let's welcome Florida Congressman. He is a former Green Beret. He's Michael Waltz. He's on House Armed Services. It's great to have you back on. You know, House Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy is saying, quote, thanks for joining us. House Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy is saying, quote, we have to now look to our own border as the Taliban releases from prison Al-Qaeda and ISIS militants. That's the reports are coming into the studios. What do you say to that?
Yeah, there's tens of thousands. The most recent was 5,000 that have been released from various prisons. 5,000 was at our main air base at Bagram, just outside of Kabul, that the Biden administration just gave away. And there were hardened Al-Qaeda, ISIS, Taliban operatives and leaders that we have no idea where they are now. Couple that with a southern border that is wide open, and as we all know, a pathway, a smuggling route, a tunnel that will move drugs and migrants, will move weapons of mass destruction, terrorist weapons. The cartels in Mexico could care less as long as they get paid.
Yeah, this is scary stuff. The news is coming in. We've got breaking news. The outgoing Border Patrol Chief Rodney Scott told his 19,000 agents in a farewell video message on August 14th that there are, quote, unprecedented numbers of known or suspected terrorists that have crossed the border in recent months already. We already know that they've caught 4 terrorists on the FBI no-fly list and the watch list, 2 from Yemen, 2 from Serbia. Your thoughts on Rodney Scott out with that big warning? Nobody knew about that. What do you say to that?
Well, we're seeing folks that have been captured from anywhere from 70 to 80 countries around the world. And these are the people that we're detaining. Who knows who are not detaining? Hundreds of thousands a month. And the cartel are using those migrants as a smokescreen, 1, to divert our poor border resources, and 2, to make millions and millions of dollars per week. So this is an unmitigated disaster. It's a national security disaster. Those people are being shipped off wholesale all over the United States. It's not just a border problem. And then, on top of that, we have the tons of fentanyl, drugs, and again, anything else that the cartels are paid to move across the border. Now we have a Al-Qaeda 3.0 that's going to come roaring back. And I got to tell you, terrorism in Afghanistan doesn't stay in Afghanistan. It spreads like a cancer, and we're wide open on our flanks.
Congressional Republicans and Democrats are demanding to know why the president left D.C. and why the press secretary left Washington, why House Speaker Nancy Pelosi is not bringing back people from recess, congressmen and women from recess. UK is doing that. They're bringing Parliament back. There's not even any classified briefings going on right now. Let's listen to Secretary of State Antony Blinken, what he had to say. Critics are saying this is weak positioning and weak messaging. Watch this.
A future Afghan government that upholds the basic rights of its people and that doesn't harbor terrorists is a government we can work with and recognize. Conversely, a government that doesn't do that, that doesn't uphold the basic rights of its people, including women and girls, that harbors terrorist groups that have designs on the United States or allies and partners, certainly that's not going to happen.
Okay, former Ambassador Ryan Crocker, he was Obama's ambassador. He's saying, quote, it is idiotic and insane to think that the Taliban listens to rhetoric like this. What do you say?
Yeah, it's asinine. And I could tell you, having dealt with the Taliban on the ground, they could care less whether they're invited into Tony Blinken's European cocktail club. They are about power, they're about leverage, and they respond to bombs on foreheads, period. And until we have a position of strength, the Taliban are just going to continue to use negotiations as a smokescreen to get what they want. They smell weakness right now, and we've seen the results of it. And by the way, Blinken, Austin, and the whole crew were in charge when we yanked ourselves out of under Obama out of Iraq too soon, the rise of ISIS, a caliphate the size of Indiana, and attacks around the world. We are about to see that horror movie play itself out once again, but this time it's going to be far worse because we have no bases, no local allies, and they are armed to the teeth with warehouses full of armor, artillery, and heavy weapons that we left behind.
Okay.
This is a disaster of epic proportions.
Congressman Michael Waltz, thank you for joining us, and thank you for your service to our country. It's good to have you on.